Okay, here we go. Hey! It's Arsene's Lupin threat letter. Okay. Dear Mr. Holmes, before I begin, please excuse any grammatical or spelling errors you might notice. Your language isn't my native tongue, and as I come from from the continent France, to be exact. No, as I come from the continent France, to be exact. Oh, I see what you're saying. In addition, my singular subjects of conversation, whether they be oral or written, are the most exquisitive food and wine, the noblest arts, and the sublimest women? Dude. The whole world knows that you, people of her most gracious majesty, do not produce or even discern any manifestation of anesthetic intelligence or civilization that sets men apart from beasts. Thus, the opportunities to practice your language are sporadic and brief. What I use here to linger that the lackey... What use is there to linger with a lackey or maid? But look, I see that I have made a mistake, or rather, an execrable mistranslation. I said, you people of her most gracious blah blah blah. I should have said, the people of blah 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 other than you. How could I include you in this half ruddy-faced, half pallid crowd reeking of brine and cheap beer? Oh, good grief. You stand apart, an icon. Having followed your exploits for some time and being interested in your unusual personality, I started to see in you a man of intelligence, integrity, and singular refinement. The incredible results in your activities and the manner in which you achieve them are marked by a seal of genius. Believe me, despite the lamentable opinion that I hold of the inhabitants of your island, I have for you an admiration without limit, and which reached its apogee recently when I discovered you have a French ancestor. What unlucky stars brought you to the world elsewhere than in the motherland? The fatherland being Germany, of course. The motherland I call my own. That should have been your own. Perhaps the gods desired that your presence on the island bring up the intellectual average that was so low it bordered on the absurd. Oh my god. This guy definitely has the French attitude down well, but he's totally fucking awesome with it. The business that brings me to write this letter may bring an answer to this question. You see, events without antecedent? Well, without I don't know that word. Antecedent. Antecedent. I know I'm getting that wrong. Will occur in London in the week to come. Beginning on the very night of the day in which you read this letter. The purpose of these events is to bring to light a fraud, the arrogance and vanity of the English. Yeah. Enough of the haughty, boring composure that the English present us when passion should be freely expressed. Wait a minute, he's getting pissed off with the English because they're so uptight? Okay, I like this guy. Enough with the decisive confidence in England's impregnability, which is displayed by all your politicians and soldiers. The English fortress is being protected by seas serving as moats. Excuse me. Enough of your supposed symbols of majesty and grandeur, of the spirit, which are in fact merely the fruits of looting and plundering. England has measured the world by its stingy superior smile for far too long. Thus I, Arsène Lupin, I'm still not sure if I'm saying that right, pledged to get rid of the smile. This guy is fucking awesome. To that end, in the week to come, I pledge to steal 5 of the most representational symbols of the alleged England grandeur here in London. Once these auspicious achievements have been accomplished, I will exhibit the trophies for the world to see, and will reveal the smallness of the nation incapable of preserving its pride. Good God! This guy's gonna embarrass an entire nation! Fuck yeah, dude! England will become a laughingstock of all nations, from the largest to the smallest, and will have to swallow its pride and lower its head for millennia to come. God damn! Imagine these self-righteous, perfidious faces who ordinarily parade the fact that they are one of Her Majesty's people will henceforth hide their origins. Being English will no longer be grounds for pride, but rather shame, in belief that debts will be paid. Oh, good God. You are perhaps asking yourself why I have chosen to share with you my vision, which many who don't know me would consider mad. I don't. This guy's fucking awesome. Chaotic good. Best alignment ever! Well, aside from chaotic neutral, that leads to a little bit more fun. It might be chaotic neutral, actually. Chaotic neutral, yeah. Arsene Lupin, chaotic neutral. Anyway, back to the rating. After all, if my former praises of you are well-founded, you are certainly the only person in England capable of stopping my plan. Like myself, you are fully aware of the inefficiency and flagrant lack of imagination that plagues your police service. True. The reason for this letter is eminently narcissistic. No exceptional artist desires to produce their work for an uncultured public incapable of appreciating the true value of his powers and talents. In you, I have found the ideal spectator, and I wish for you to follow the stages of my consecration step by step. In fact, I would almost wish for you to put yourself in my path, and, in vain, to stop me from committing these thefts. But you are a busy man who doesn't like defeat. What a shame. If, despite everything, the adventure tempts you anyway, I shall leave you a few verses that deal with tonight's target. All across France, everyone knows. In the blind's kingdom, you only need one eye for the crown. You treat us like blind men, it shows. 'Twas one-eyed, one-armed man who brought us down. In true that we failed, though we tried again, our fate was nailed. His immortality our pain. One of the Spanish capes, the disdainable pride that hangs around you like drapes. Our suffering makes you smile. Makes you snide, sorry. Cursive. An adversary came along in order to protect victory. We were put in the wrong, and the day made history. Save the pain and defeat, the worst in this game, is that the hero we did meet carries a French name. Excuse me. Clearly did vengeance sound. What I had in mind for this traitor, sitting at his master's feet like a hound, is to be run aground. Okay. On my honor tonight to hand, I will break free the binding, so that all may understand our victory will take wing. Arseno that's not Arsene Lupin. Arseno Latin Ho or Latin Bow? The hell? That was all of it.
Holmes, this is truly unbelievable. Surely this cannot be taken seriously.
I hope so, or this is going to be a very short game.
This letter is nothing but a prank. However, a small chance exists that both the challenge and the threat are real.
What will you do?
First, I'm going to enjoy the breakfast Mrs. Hudson has prepared.
Yay, Mrs.
Be
Hudson!
so good, Watson, as to clarify some of the riddles in the letter. Firstly, if Arsène Lupin is actually the author, as he states, why does he sign with another name? When it comes to the poem, even if an answer seems straightforward, we must be quite certain. What would the target of tonight's theft be if this letter turns out to be accurate? We have one day to find the solution and to take preventative measures.
Okay.
We could go see Barnes, the bookstore in Glentworth Street.
Back to
Surely
Barnes and
they'll have
Noble.
something that will be informative.
back to Barnes and Noble here. Let's just check something out here. Good.
It was in this statue that we found the famous Black
I knew it.
Pearl
Black
of the
Pearl.
Borgias.